Welcome back. Okay, so this is the road to teacherhood. I've been doing a lot of research on this to make sure that I'm doing everything correctly. And as you all may know, on the website, there isn't the information there. It kind of gets you confused, because I know I was confused. I was trying to figure out why I need a temporary certificate if I could just get the professional certificate. But after doing some research and everything, I figured out, and I've learned a lot. So the first test I ended up taking was the GKT, the General Knowledge Test. I took that December 1st. It is December 9th. And they say you get some of the results right then and there. I was nervous. I am nervous. I only got results for one of the 4 tests that I took. So I'm a little like, and the results come in the 13th. So I don't know what to do at this point. I don't know. The test itself wasn't generally bad. It was a lot of common sense and things that you've worked on before, easy things that you could actually answer. The one area that I thought I was gonna really fail was reading. Turns out that was the only one that I saw my score for. So it gives me hope for the other ones. But then again, I'm a little nervous because so many things happened once I was taking my test. Like, when I first started my test, I started with the writing section. I didn't thought they were going to do that. It didn't make any sense to me to start with the writing section. I was like, oh my gosh. My whole thought was like, okay, I'll do every section. It'll stimulate my brain. No. Started with the writing section. I was like, oh my goodness. And some of the books that I have said they give you 2 topics, so you get to choose one. I only had one choice. So I took some time I didn't really take that much time to plan. I started writing, and then as I was going, my 3 main topics are the ones that I end up picking throughout writing the essay. So I was like, oh, okay, I could talk about this. And then I went to the paragraph and started writing about it. And then I went back and started writing my introduction and continued adding until that. And I even went to the conclusion, and I didn't even have a 3rd point yet. So I was like, ugh. So before I end up going to the conclusion, I wrote my introduction and my first paragraph. As I'm scrolling and keep writing, everything disappears. Yeah. Everything disappears. I didn't know what to do. I was in shock. I was trying to figure out what in the world is going on. I couldn't do it. I was like, oh Lord, no. My eyes were sweating. And I called somebody. They're like, yeah, there's nothing much we could do besides restart the computer. And I'm over here like, restart? They're like, it should take you back to where you were. I was like, it should? Whew. So I lost some time. I ended up losing some time because of that, because of me trying to figure out where my paper went, calling somebody. They didn't take too long to get to me because the lady, I think she was already in the room. And then restarting the computer and starting it back up, and for her to sign in and everything, I lost some time. So I was kind of upset. But then at the same time, when I was writing it, I was like, I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to take this test over again, especially the writing portion. So if I pass the writing, I will be shocked. But if I don't, I know I already pretty much set it aside that I probably won't. As through the course and everything, I was like, okay, this isn't too bad. I'm getting the hang of this. I reached my 40 questions. I have like a couple minutes left. I go back and I re-look through the questions. So I did the English. After the English, I did reading. I was a little skeptical about the reading because my first language is not English. Well, I guess it is now. But I still speak Creole at home. So it's like a little crazy. So I'm reading and I'm trying to and I always hated reading. But anyways, so the reading was like, I thought that was where I was going to fail. I really honestly did. So the next part comes is the math. I didn't necessarily read the instructions. You know how you read the instructions, but you don't read the instructions? So, because it's very generic from each subtest and everything. So that's what I kind of ended up doing. So as I'm doing the math one, I didn't know where to find any rubric or anything like that to show me or anything like that. So that's when I was looking. I was like almost halfway through, and then I was like, let me start clicking on little buttons and stuff, and then I finally found it. So which helped me out a lot to understand a lot of converting and all these other things that I completely forgot, because nobody knows all those things in their head. Nobody knows. So I did that. I checkmark review the ones that I need to go back and review. I reviewed the whole thing at least 2-3 times. And then as I go back on the review page, I'm finally reading what it's saying. It's saying only questions that you've seen will pop up on the review page. I was like, wait, what? Wait, hold on. So, and then I go to question 40. And I click next. It brought me to 41. I had 7 minutes. And I had to answer 5 math questions. I was like, what? Yeah, so thank goodness I used to be good at math, believe it or not. I used to be good at math. If I could learn it and everything else, I'll be able to do it. So I was good at math. Math was never like an issue for me until I found out that D's were passing and that math was stressing. So yeah, there was 45 questions in the math section. According to my books, all of them should have 40. So I am very eager to see what kind of grade I get on the 13th. So stay tuned. I'll be sharing it with you guys.